Hello, this is problem number 3 for your lesson 9-1 in your Geometry Part 2 textbook, found on page 547. If we are talking about a translation is simply sliding a figure either up or down or left or right or a combination of both. And so what this one is wanting us to do is it wants to know what the vertices of the transformation are. Now, I want you to look right here at this. T of the -2, -5 simply means that you're going to move. The first one tells you how to move left or right. The second one tells you how much to move up or down. So you're really going to move this one 2 to the left and 5 down from its original picture. So we're going to look at this right here. What you would do is you would get the vertices here, those 3 vertices right there, which this one happens to be 2, 1. This one happens to be 3, 3. And the last one happens to be -1, +3. Okay. So once you do, what you're going to do is, again, we're going to take these 2 points right here. You're going to subtract 2 from each of your x values, and you're going to subtract 5 from each of your y values, which is what they've done here and here. They took the first one, which is 2, 1, of your point P, I should say. They subtracted 2 from the x and 5 from the y, and they end up with a new point, 0, -4. Then they did the same for the second one. They ended up with a new point, Q prime, as they call it, is 1, -2. And then they did the same thing for R. They subtracted 2 and subtracted 5 from the Y, and they come up with a new R value called R prime. When we regraph that particular one, or redraw that on the graph, it ends up being right here, the image, if you regraph that. What I want you to notice is that it really did, if I went just from R to R, notice that I'm going 1, 2 to the left and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 downward. So it does go 2 to the left and it goes 5 downward to get to the next one. So we can do it graphically, or we can do it using function notation to literally find the points themselves, which is what this was doing right here. Okay. What are the vertices of, if we look at the got it section, what are the vertices using the transformation 1, -4? So again, these 3 points right here would be 0, -1. That's my C value. I should have started with A. B is 1, 1. And A is -2, 2. Again, I probably should start with A. So if I want to know what A prime is, which is my new one, I'm going to I'm going to add 1 to my X value, and I'm going to subtract 4 from my Y value. So that would become 1, -3. Oops, I've done it again. There's C prime. B prime, if I again add 1 to the X, that's 2. If I subtract 4 from the Y, that's going to be -3. And then A prime, if I again add 1 to -2, that leaves me with -1. If I subtract 4 from my Y value, that's going to leave me with -2. If I were to regraph those, it would be the same shape and same size of that triangle, but the triangle would have moved to the right 1 and down 4, as you would notice. Okay? Hope this was helpful.